Good morning, everyone. Myself, Mamita Nancy, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. In this semester, I'm handling W25601 Basic Electrical and Electronics Engineering in the Regulation 2025. In today's lecture, we are going to study an important electrical machine called the stepper motor. So, what is stepper motor? The stepper motor are widely used in robotics, printers, CNC machines, automation systems because they provide very accurate control of position and movement. In this lecture, we will cover the following topics: the introduction of stepper motor, principle of stepper motor, classification of stepper motor, and the motor driving systems, advantages of stepper motor, and the application of stepper motor. By the end of this session, you will clearly understand how a stepper motor works and where it is used. Then the first one, what is a motor? Before we study the stepper motor, let us first understand what is the motor. A motor is a electrical machine that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. In simply, we will supply electricity to the motor. It produces a rotational motion. For example, electric fan. We are giving an electrical energy and it produces the rotational motion. What does the water pump do? We are giving the electrical energy and it fill water in the tank. Now, what is another example is mixer grinder. What we are giving, we are giving electrical energy and it gives the rotational motion. So all these devices use motors to produce motion. So, however, most motors rotate continuously, but some applications require the precise movement control. So, that is where the stepper motors are used. So, in printer, we are having the exact position control is needed. In robot arm also, we are having the exact position, and the CNC machine also, we have the exact control. Then, what is a stepper motor? A stepper motor is a special type of motor that rotates in the small steps instead of continuous rotation. That means the motor does not rotate freely like a fan or a grinder. Instead, it moves step by step. Each step corresponds to a specific angle. For example, a standard stepper motor has a step angle of 1.8. So this means for one complete rotation is 300. You all know about that. So 300 divided by 1.8. What is that? That is 200 steps. So we are having the 200 steps per revolution. So the motor needs 200 pulses to complete one full rotation because we are having the step angle is 1.8 degree. The full circle is 360 degree. So 360 divided by 1.8 is 200 steps. So the stepper motors are controlled by digital pulses from the microcontroller or computer. Because of this digital control, the stepper motors are widely used in automation and computer control systems. Next one is the principle of stepper motor. The stepper motor works based on the basic principle of magnetism. This principle indicates unlike the magnetic poles attract each other and the like poles repel each other. So inside the stepper motor, there are the two main parts. One is the stator and the other one is the rotor. The stator is the rotating stationary part with the windings and the rotor is the rotating part. When we give the DC supply, DC current flows through the stator winding, the magnetic poles are created. These magnetic poles attract the rotor and cause it move by energizing the different winding. We are having A, F, B, C, B. No? So we are energizing the different windings one after the other. The rotor moves step by step. If we are energizing the A winding, the rotor move towards the A. If we are energizing the F winding, the rotor move towards the F. So the rotor rotates step by step, producing the controlled rotation. So we are having while we are giving energizing the winding, the rotor will start to rotate. The next one is the working of the stepper motor. In this working of a stepper motor, we are having the two types. One is the open loop system and the other one is the closed loop system. In this open loop system, the controller sends input pulses to the motor driver. Each pulse moves the motor one step forward only. So the controller does not check whether the motor actually moved or not. So this system is simple and low cost, but accuracy may reduce if the motor misses the steps. Next one is the closed loop system. In the closed loop system, a feedback. Here there is a feedback. No, there is a feedback device which is the encoder is used. This system continuously checks the motor position, sends the feedback to the controller. That is the input controller. If any error occurs in the controller, any error occurs in this stepper motor, it corrects it. The controller will correct it. So therefore, the closed loop system provides a higher accuracy and better control. And the third next is classification of stepper motor. In the stepper motor, we are having the three types. One is the permanent magnet stepper motor, variable reluctance, and the hybrid stepper motor. What is mean the in variable reluctance? We are having the single stack variable reluctance and the multi-stack variable reluctance. What is the permanent magnet motor? In this motor, the rotor contains a permanent magnet. In this, here we are having the permanent magnet. So the stator produces the electromagnetic force when the current flows through the windings. So the rotor moves during the attraction and the repulsion of the magnetic pulses. If there is the same force means it will get a repel. If there is the opposite force means it will get attract. So what is the advantage is that it have a simple construction and the good torque and used in the small devices. The next one is the variable reluctance stepper motor. In this motor, the rotor is made up of soft iron. We are having the soft iron without the permanent magnet. It works based on the principle of minimum reluctance. The rotor always tries to move towards the position where the magnetic resistance is minimum. So the rotor teeth align with the the rotor teeth. This is the rotor teeth. The rotor teeth align with the stator poles and producing the rotation. The next one is the hybrid motor. This motor combines the features of both the permanent and variable reluctance motors. Therefore, it provides a high accuracy, high torque, and the smallest step angle. That is, the step angle ranges from 0.9 to 5 degrees. So, the hybrid motors are widely used in the precision application. The next one is the advantages or applications. The advantages is that it has a high precision control motor and it have a good reliability and having a simple control using the digital signals and the excellent positioning capability. Because of the robotic automation, we are having the excellent positioning capability, no feedback required in many applications, and it having a low maintenance. Because of these advantages, the stepper motors are widely used in the automation system. And in the application, we are having the stepper motors are used in many modern devices where the precision position control is required. Some important applications include hard disk drivers. In this hard disk drivers, the stepper motors are used to precisely position the read and write head over the correct track on the disk. The step-by-step movement helps in accurately data reading and writing. Second one is the robotics. In robots, stepper motors are used to control the movement of the robot arms and joints. They provide the they provide the precise position control, which is important for the task like picking and placing the objects. And the third one is the toys. In stepper motors are used in the electronic toys and the moving models. They allow the controlled movements such as rotating wheels, moving parts step by step. So we are having the stepper motors are used in the toys. And the industrial machines, the stepper motor are used in the machine tools and automated equipment where accurate movement is required. They help control position, speed, rotation in manufacturing process. So they are having the used in the industrial machines. And the next one is the automatic gauges. In vehicles, stepper motors are used in the speedometers, fuel gauges, tachometers. In these, we are having the stepper motors are used because they move and indicator needle accurately according to the sensor signals. So the next one is the automated production equipment. The stepper motor are widely used in automation systems and production lines because they control the precise movement of conveyors, cutters, assembly machines. In this, all of them are used by the stepper motors. In today's session, we are explain detail about the stepper motor, the types of stepper motor, how the stepper motor works, what is the motor, what is mean by motor, and what are the different types of the stepper motor, the applications, advantages. So we have clearly seen about the stepper motors, and these are the references. See you on the next class. Thank you.